Bring in Mayor Karen Wilson of Fairhope right now. Of course, Mayor Wilson has been very, very busy, very, very vocal as far as trying to get her economy back on track, and has petitioned the governor earlier to help do so. First of all, Mayor, are you happy with what the governor did today? Is it too much, too little, or just right?
Well, time will tell, but I think that they did a great job. I think that they talked to enough people, and I was only able to listen to maybe the first third of it because I had a recording for a prayer breakfast, but I will read it in more detail, and I do think that a lot of thought went into this, and the city will absolutely follow the state's lead.
As far as Fairhope is concerned, I know that Fairhope has been impacted greatly. We had to cancel the arts and crafts show, but how soon do you see your city bouncing back from what has happened over the last 28 days?
I think that I think our city is resilient, and we were, as far as the first half of the year and our budget, we were above, in sales and sales tax revenue. As far as bouncing back, I think people are ready to get out. And I know that our store owners and merchants that have storefronts are absolutely ready to get back to work. We just have to play it safe. I think a lot of them want to know, okay, how many people can I have in my store since it's 50% capacity? And there's things that we need to work out. But the city's going to support them any way we can to make sure that they recover lost sales and rebound quickly.
How badly has the city been hurt by this slowdown? Because you're not taking any sales taxes, you're not taking any other revenue. Are you guys under, over budget? What's the situation?
We do have other revenue.
Yeah.
What's the situation?
Yeah, sales tax is our largest revenue, but we do have other revenue, and because early on, I worked with each director to push out and cut expenses that were, getting ready to happen in the upcoming months. We are not significantly down right now. So I think those beginning measures did help greatly with our budget. But the most important thing for us right now is not just the city and our recovery. We do have a rainy day fund. I don't want to use it. But it's just making sure that the backbone of our city, it's not just income for the city, but it's the entrepreneurs that make up the character of our city. I mean, that's important. It's a huge asset to Fairhope.
Yeah, small businesses are the economic backbone for the entire country, as a matter of fact.
No question, small business is. I think it's more so in Fairhope because we have been able to continue with a lot of work from a lot of entrepreneurs, a thriving downtown that many cities would only hope for. We're lucky to have it, but it is on the backs of our entrepreneurs that work every day and through thick and thin, and it's those people that we have to support at this point and make sure that they survive. I mean, there's businesses that are on the brink of closure.
That's certainly unfortunate, as is for many businesses, small businesses that are in that same position. Talk to me about the pier. I know that it was closed due to some construction work, but it was at a fortuitous time. But when will the pier reopen in Fairhope?
I would imagine that all the parks and everything is going to open up in line and at the same schedule with the state. The pier closed because it was not mandated by the state, but it's very crowded because there isn't a lot to do right now, and people enjoy the pier. So it's just making sure that people are practicing social distancing, and that's really all we can do at this point. But I would imagine that all of the parks are going to be open. The golf course will be open. We were waiting, council was waiting on the other parks that were mandated by the state, so we will open those up as scheduled with the state. I'm excited for us to get back to some sense of normalcy. We just, are hoping that, and most do, they follow the guidelines, and they've been very responsible, and we just want to continue to stress how important that is, because the typical golfer, and I'm just saying typical, but the majority of our golfers are at the age of at risk, and but this is something that people absolutely want to do, and I want to make sure they just do it, enjoy, and be safe.
Good. Mayor, talk to me personally about the toll this has taken on you. I mean, you're the leader of a very vibrant city, one of the fastest growing cities in the entire state, and I know you're a hands-on mayor. And I know that this has taken probably quite the personal toll on you. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I mean, luckily I do have a great team, and that's not a cliche either. I mean, the directors that we have with the city I owe everything to them. I mean, they're just incredible. So like I said, I feel like we've been working on this every day for like 4 months, even though it hasn't been that long. My main concern right now is for, first and foremost, the safety, and hoping that we're not doing too much too soon. But I want, as a city, to make sure that we're doing everything we can for small businesses. And they're hurting. I mean, most of them have been closed, or with just a very, very small percentage of their sales. And it's going to be tough. I mean, when we had the oil spill, I mean, it took 10 years for everybody to recover. I don't think it's going to take that long with this, but it really depends on what the future will hold as far as recovery, and hopefully not going back to where we were because of opening up.
Sure.
But I think everybody's ready to be responsible. I mean, when you're locked up this long, you know, we're going to be mindful.
Do you have any plans for the city to help the small businesses there in the community? Anything that you guys can do to help those businesses?
What we wanted to do, and I discussed it at the work session last night, is put together a plan that where we would send out and get the details from the market, somebody that's in that industry, to let us know how we could phase something. We would want to start locally, kind of reroute dollars that have been spent right now online and at big box stores. I mean, you know, we get their sales tax income too, but the money spent at a local business is recirculated up to 4 times more within the city. So I think prosperity and the economic health of a city really is dependent on those small businesses. And the larger businesses end up, they're more successful too when the small businesses are successful. And at this time, council was not interested in talking about money to put towards this. And I'm still going to try, because this right now is a huge priority.
Sure. Mayor Karen Wilson, we appreciate your time, and best of luck in the coming days as Alabama and Fairhope and the communities around us all begin to reopen, slowly but surely.
Yes. I'm praying.